Good morning. Probably wondering what on earth are we up to this morning. Got cows here in the barn. Well, didn't even discuss our pregnancy results from cows we preg checked a week ago today, but had some open cows, always do, including all these ladies that are in here. That one right there, she's a little goofy. Try to shut her in the barn. She'll cooperate. Get on back around there. Oh my Lord. But yeah, I think our exact results, we had 9 open, but we're going to keep a couple of heifers that are open back to feed out. Kind of had that thought when we sold 72 of our total 76 steers we had up the road. I was like, because normally we'll keep, an oddball or 2 steer, maybe somebody's got a lameness or something. Go on, cow. Go on, cow. Something weird like that. Sometimes the colored calves, just because they don't bring quite as good of money. But we didn't. Calves are too high. I got too greedy. I went ahead and sold them all. So I've been like, well, I'm going to need to either buy something from feed, or what makes more sense is some of these heifers that didn't breed back, they'll feed out just as well. But anyway, that's why we only have 5 up here. Other reason, we have 1 cow. We actually had 2 that we didn't get checked last week. They just, I think one may have got through the chute on me. One we never got caught. And just long story short, I did get one of them, the younger cow, up. Got her palpated, I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before. She is bred, so turned her back out. Number 504, I'd love to check her this morning. I don't even know what time it is. It's just now a little after 6. Told my buddy Nick, he's got a cow that needs to be hauled too, so we're gonna swing by his place, pick that one up. Well, we just make one trip. And yeah, I told him I was gonna leave here about 10, so we got a couple hours, about 3.5 to be exact. So I'd love to get that number 504 up here and check her. She doesn't look great. It's kind of one of those situations, even if she is bred, I may have to go ahead and sell her. I almost messed up with this old girl here. Number 3302, last year we were in the same situation. Man, she didn't look great. You can see she's not in great condition now. But she was bred, so I kept her, and I was nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs all winter long that, she wasn't going to make it. And she got that little bitty nugget of a calf, so yeah, when you look back, you're like, well, yeah, I kept her 1 more year. She made it. That's fine. She's going to wean another calf, but it ain't much calf. Bull's being mean. Bull's not getting sold. He's just up here because I got to keep him away from the other calves. And we're not going to sell the calves, but when we load those cows up here just in a few hours, they're going to suddenly be thrust into weaning, so keep them penned up. But yeah, that number 504, we're going to go ahead and move cows to another pasture, see if we can cut her back, and by some miracle get her up here. And I also need to catch the other bull, because the other bull is going to town. Keeping the Brangus bull there, selling the Angus bull if I can get him caught. We'll see. Oh, and as she comes walking up here, Smokey is bred. Somebody did ask in the comments on the last video, because I forgot to share it, but yeah, she's one you weren't sure about, if she's going to come back bred or not, but sure enough, she did, so she gets to hang around. And that's just about everybody, these few stragglers, except I hadn't seen that 504. She looks rough. She's lame, got a big old calf nursing her though. If I had to guess, I bet she's still back up here. Actually, there's a few stragglers. I can already tell neither one of those is her. They're in too good a shape. But I was going to ride around. We put up that electric fence that last video. But one, it is needed to charge. It's been 4 days. I think it said 5. We're going to call it good. And we need to put a few more stakes out because now that they're back over here in the creek bottoms, I want to be sure they're not getting in my food plot. But yeah, we'll let these old gals come through. Then, yeah, really, I need to get that bull up. Like, he's got to go. I'm done with him. The 504 cow, she needs to go too, which our plan with her, we'll get her up there, we'll run her and shoot and sleeve her real quick, just palpate her, make sure she is open. But like I said, she's kind of, even if she is bred, be kind of a similar situation we were in with that 3302 last year, where in hindsight we should have just gone ahead and sold her, even as a older bred cow. There's a couple of the ones we just bought back in May. Okay, that's her and her calf coming up there. I mean, she doesn't look like, just a sack of bones, but not near as good a condition as these other cows, which, again, these are some cows we just bought, bred. They don't have a calf nursing them. They're about to calve. Whereas she's, got a big old calf nursing her. But, yeah, about half of mine, I'm not even going to preg check her. We're just going to go ahead and sell her. There you go, going uphill. You feel bad for her. She's a little bit lame. But, you are also afraid. She's still in plenty good enough shape to make a trailer ride. We wait, a few months. It may not be the case. You never know. Well, she may get over it. Be fine. But nah, this is, it's always bittersweet when you're selling an old cow. It's going to go to slaughter, but we bought 9 cows. I have to look back. Been like in 2016, and she was one of them. It bought 4 from a fella down in Mississippi. She was one of those 4. 503, as you might, those of you long time viewers may surmise, yes, was part of that as well. It was there at Brangus, but then they had 2 like really heavily Brahma influenced cows that came with them, and now 503 is gonna be the last one, but they are 2015 models, so 10 years old. And then out of the other 5 that I had originally bought, oh wow, now that's I believe 3302 is the last of them. So those first original 9 cows we had when we started our cow herd, as I stand here right now, we've still got 3 of them, but here by the end of the morning, we're only gonna have 1. But that's the way it goes. They don't live forever, unfortunately. Well, I kind of thought, because I don't have a fence tester, that I was just going to have to touch this fence and be sure it's working. Which I really didn't intend for the cows to come straight all the way back here, but they did. I'm kind of hoping one of these cows just walk up there and stick their nose on it. And that'd be my test. But we'll be patient here for a minute or 2. They're usually nosy enough, no pun intended, that they'll get themselves in trouble. But usually it just takes 1 or 2 times, then they won't even, then you can almost just cut it off. Once they've been popped, they won't mess with it anymore. But we shall see. Yeah, it's not showing a lot of voltage. It said you need to charge it for 5 days. Well, we're right at 4. See what you think about it, gal. Smokey might be the first one. Okay. Safe to say it's working. Good deal. And now we just need like the other 40 some odd mamas to all walk up there and do the same thing. Best fence tester on the market is just a curious cow. I was fully prepared to. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to just grab it and see. Wow, she didn't learn. Ah, she did. She thought, yeah, maybe not. Well, good. I did not even mean from getting this part at the bottom this morning, but they obviously did. And okay, no big deal. Yeah, you can see the buckwheat really blooming, which here's some that's outside of the fence. Millet looks pretty good. All this in spite of it having rained virtually none since we planted it. So doesn't help to get the cows in there on it. Obviously, it's a pretty wet spot anyway. All right, ladies, learn from well, who were the two that touched it? Smokey and then 323. Y'all learn from them. You don't all have to test it out. Good job, big man. Okay, we figured he'd cooperate pretty well. He's pretty gentle. He's just lame. A lame bull does us no good. So, kind of same thing with that cow. While he's still in pretty good shape, get rid of him. He's yet to make it through a breeding season for us without having a lameness issue. So, even if we got him over this lameness, you know, fool me once, fool me twice kind of thing. I'm not going to keep getting fooled by him into thinking he's going to be okay and make it through next breeding season in good shape. We're going to do our makeshift. We'll set up here. See if we can just walk him right here. Then we still got to do a little sorting, sort the calves off. Not going to sell these cows as pairs. Just sell them as open culls. Then we got to get that other bull. He's not going anywhere either. We got to keep one good bull, and then I guess we're going to be in the market for another one, which, you know, I'd have to look back and see what we paid for him, which we're going to take a pretty good ding on him because he is lame. But as far as for hamburger, he'll make a lot of it. Yeah, I don't know, I may be disappointed. He should still bring pretty good money. A lot of kill bulls right now bring as much money as you may have paid for them as a breeding bull just 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, he really doesn't like this gravel. Of course, the big thing is then we got to replace him. So we're gonna be buying another bull either this fall or this winter. And so that's where we'll take a pretty good hit. All right, bud, I appreciate you cooperating. All right, I just came up here up the road to feed this bunch of calves. Before we get back home and get those cows loaded up and hauled to town. Come on in here, babies. 2, 4, 12. And we got 2 stragglers coming up. Kind of toyed around with the idea of maybe even hanging around after we get unloaded at the sale barn later this morning and watching the sale, maybe even going ahead and buying some, maybe some heifers. We got, of these 14 we've got down here, it's 7 steers and 7 heifers, but I don't know. Buddy Nick's riding up here with me. I told him I might stay. I think he was fine with that, but we'll just see. But at least an outside chance we may haul some more calves back home, dump out here with these. You can probably tell, and this is the pasture they've been in exclusively for the last about 6 weeks since we sold the big group. Grass is coming out our ears here. And we were fortunate to catch that 1/2 inch of rain here last Friday night that we didn't get at home. So, yeah, grass situation's pretty good right now. We could use some more mouths grazing it. Just not sure I'm gonna be willing to take on that task today. Just busy. Time is my biggest limiting factor. We've got, if I do buy some, that means probably gonna pin them up for a day or 2. My logistics get to me sometimes. just don't have as much time as we need. We got ball practice tonight. We got my daughter's cheerleading now as a middle schooler. Yeah, I have a middle schooler now, and first middle school football game's tomorrow night. So I might get my next, even my evenings when, of course, this time of year it's not dark till after 8. They're even kind of a mess. So I don't know if I'm willing to take on that just yet, but we are gonna need to buy some calves here at some point. Figured if I'm at the sale barn, already got the trailer there, why not hang out and see if we can get some bought, but I don't know. Stay tuned. Yeah, one thing I can definitely get used to on these newer trucks is these backup cameras. You know, in some ways, I do like to think of myself as a little old school. Now, and I did back up too far, but some of these conveniences are nice when they're working, of course. I know my granddad and even my dad would say, well, the fancier you get with all this stuff, it's just more stuff to break, and yeah, that is true. And you do wonder, when these trucks are 15, 20 years old, a lot of this technology, you know, may not still be working as it was when it was new. But I guess that's true for anything on any, well, not even just pickups, but it does make it nice sometimes. Makes us lazy too. Yeah, I thought about just hooking up to the Ram, and we can pull a cattle trailer with the fuel tank on there and whatnot, but about an hour-and-a-half ride. We don't mind having the air-conditioned seats, all that. A little nicer radio and whatnot to listen to as we make the trip up the road. Oh yeah, that should work. But we still got, well, an hour and a half or so before we need to get loaded up, so. Oh, and I always forget about that. There we go. We'll see if we can sort some of these. I actually decided with this cow here, she's a 23 model. She's only 2 years old, first calf heifer. Probably can keep her and feed her out rather than take a big hit on selling her just as a cull cow. Still need to get this calf out of here. His mom's already turned back out. It was the one we caught this morning when we got the 504 up. And yeah, ideally get everything that's going to the sale barn in the barn. Everything else, turn back out to pasture. Go on. Go on in here. But I got to thinking we don't have enough currently on hand for what we're going to feed out this winter. I won't sell her like as a prime steer because that's not what she will be. But that'd be a good one that we'll keep and put in our own freezer. Go on in there, Mama. You're going back that way, you. Okay. But actually, if I can get this little guy to follow them as well, they're all going back to pasture. No. Go on, little buddy. Go on, little buddy. Go on, little buddy. Okay. Good deal. The Hereford, I'll give you a little story on her. The calf catcher video, the first video we ever did where we kind of highlighted that calf catcher, the video did really good for us because, well, we had a cow trying to eat us alive. That was her. So another reason why she gets to take the ride up the road. She, not the greatest disposition. she's not awful, but when she has a new calf on the ground, she can be a little bit ornery, as we might say. Calves, y'all going down there. Just the cows, not the calves. Go on, Hereford mama. Oh, you went on the wrong side of the gate. Go on, you two. Go on, you two. I know, your foot hurts. You're gonna be all right. Go on in there. No. You get back. Let me just get these other two cows to go down there. We'll be in good shape. Go on. All right, calves, y'all want to go out? Cows got to stay. The calves can go. Go on, calf. I know. You want to stay with your mama. All right, y'all. Come on, let's go ahead and just put all of y'all on together. Come on. Let's go, babies. Let's go, babies. Step it on up. Step it on up. Come on. There we go. 504's in the front. She's going to be the smart one. The rest of y'all go on with her. Go on there now. Go on. Hey up. Step up there. Somebody in the front. Step up. Just need a leader. Somebody be a leader. There we go, big girl. Step on up there. There we go. There we go. Come on, rest of y'all, go on. Go on. There you go. There you go. There's plenty of room. Step on up in there. Step on up. Step on up. Come on, there's plenty of room for 6 of y'all. Plenty of room. Step on up. I'm gonna gate them up here just because we gotta stop and get the cow from Nick. Step up. Step up. Feel a little bad for them because a couple of them got a lameness, but nothing that prevents them from being able to make a ride. Old Brangus bull there, he's like, oh man, my homeboy, he's leaving me. Yeah, you got to pour one out for him, I guess, because yep, he's headed up the road, and unfortunately for him, probably gonna be at McDonald's here in the next few weeks. Now, in all reality, he's like, now all the ladies are mine. Which little does he know, we're gonna have to get another bull at some point. But anyway, yeah, plenty of room in there. We're gonna go ahead and text Nick. I told him I'd leave about 10 to head his way. Well, it's 20 after 9, so hey, if you're early, you're on time, right? Okay, it's been a long day. Just got home. I'm in a time crunch. But as you can see, we bought a few. 18 of them, which y'all count them as they come out of there, because I had trouble counting them when they went on. Better be 18 or I'm gonna be calling a sale barn. All right, babies, y'all come on out of there. Y'all come on out of there. Y'all go on. Y'all go on. Ease on off there, boys. All right. Y'all count 18, I counted 18. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna leave them pinned up. In my head, I was like, we'll take them up the road to the other farm. But now then as I got to thinking about it, I was like, no, that doesn't make any sense. We got these calves off the cows that we sold this morning. About the same size. Yeah, I know the risk of commingling. Don't want to get my calves sick, but logistically a lot better to do this than to have them at the other farm up the road where they would have still been with some of my calves, but I wouldn't have had a good place to keep them pinned up and still have my calves. They're down there with access to water, whatever. But, yep, I've got to roll before I get divorced. I'll be back home after ball practice. We'll bring them a little feed down here. I got water and hay. Be getting these calves processed, get them up and run them through the chute. Work maybe this weekend. Oh, our cows. Cows did great. I was, you know, I think I was joking. I think of the bull was lame. I think at least 3 of the cows had some degree of lameness. Things are just high right now. We paid good money for them calves, but the cows and that coal bull brought really good money. It's funny, cow, well, one of those I was talking about was one of the original ones. I paid $1,250 for her as a bred heifer. I don't remember if that was in 16 or 17, which of course the market wasn't very good back then. And she's had, I don't know, I'd have to look back how many calves she's had for me over the years. She was the lowest selling cow I had, but she was in rough shape. Brought nearly $1,200. So can't beat that with a stick. All right, I gotta go. I gotta run to the house, jump in the truck or the Jeep with Willis, get him to ball practice. Appreciate y'all watching. Tune back in. We're gonna be messing with some calves probably in the next video. Y'all eat beef and God bless.